Actually, I just had a sandwich. Maria Cantwell found a place that has gluten-free sandwiches. Oh, they're good. I'm gluten-free. I'm not celiac, but I don't eat gluten. Good afternoon. And I would say that the Omnibus was a appropriate metaphor for the last 2 years. A lot of ups and downs, but at the end, a great result that really helped the American people. That is true of the Omnibus, which I'll say something about. But we funded the government with an aggressive investment in American families, American workers, American national defense.
But we funded the government with an aggressive investment in American families.
There is so many good things in the bill, it's hard to get them all out. As you know, the Electoral College was in, and we funded lots of our promises.
But we funded the government with an aggressive investment in American families.
So we've concluded this Congress, one of the most productive in decades, with one of the best omnibus packages in decades. It was a great 2 years.
Stop it. Get some help.
One of the most productive Congresses that we've had in a very long time. I am so proud of my colleagues, every single one of them.
We're heading into a new political dynamic next year with Republicans taking the House. First of all, what discussions have you had with Kevin McCarthy ahead of next year, and what is your level of concern in dealing with an issue like raising the debt ceiling next year?
Okay, well, let me answer that. First, I have not yet, I've seen Kevin McCarthy just as recently as yesterday with Prime Minister Zelensky, but I haven't had I'm going to wait till after his election to sit down and talk to him. I have sat down with Hakeem Jeffries, and we've started talking about how to work together. But let me say this is my hope and prediction, that there is, not all the Republicans are MAGA. And the MAGA are the loudest, and they try to push the party further to the right. But there's a large chunk of Republicans, perhaps a majority, in the House and the Senate who are not MAGA. And this election showed them, I've heard them, I've talked to them, that following MAGA is like Thelma and Louise, going over a cliff. And that's what we saw in the election. And I intend to reach out, both in the Senate and even in the House, to some of the more mainstream Republicans and say, let's work together. There are a whole lot of issues we can work together on. You'll ask me which ones, I'm not going to delineate. But I believe the next 2 years, we have a huge. As to the debt ceiling, it's got to be done in a bipartisan way. It always is. A party that tries to hold up the government and demand something in return is going to lose.
A party that tries to hold up the government and demand something in return is going to lose.